Child, we gotta tap in together real quick. I'm trying to keep it short and sweet, but when I go a little in depth like this, the video is a little longer than usual. So just stick in there with me. You ever been, you ever been rejected by somebody that come creeping back into your reality? I guess as the time passes, they realize what they rejected. So they try to retrace their steps and come creeping back into your reality. Well, let me tell you, sometimes rejection is a redirection. The universe knew what it was doing when they allowed that rejection to take place. You should have knew what was going on and took heed to that rejection and said, okay, well, moving on. Which I did, but I didn't realize the universe was saying, you too smart for this one here. It's no match. But anyway, somebody that I just thought was so cute and so head over heels for. This person I either seen this person in a porno. So I was crushing over this individual. But one thing about me, I'm not all about looks. I'm not just looks. It's way more to me than looks. There's a ton of depth here. So, and for me to be completely attracted to somebody, it gotta be something beyond the surface level. You can't just be a good look. If you just look good and then there's nothing beneath there, if there's no depth there, it's not gonna be no match. And that's what happened in this situation. So this person, I guess, because this was a while back when this person rejected me. And it wasn't like a blatant reject. It was just like, I kind of reached out and, the energy didn't get received. So, I just left it alone. So I guess the universe, shit rearranged and changed and kind of come back, but just in different ways. And I reached out again. Because this person just popped up. They popped up in my mentions. So I said, okay. And I reached out again. This time it was received. And, not only was it received, it was actively received. This person was actively replying to my messages and everything. I know, oh, okay. I said, okay, maybe they see the glow up. I don't know what's going on. Sometimes people just realize what they missing out on. So, and they try to retrace their steps. But you showed me what I was missing out on. And bitch, I ain't got to retrace nothing, bitch. I'm going to just keep it pushing forward. Because we was messaging back and forth. And I noticed through the context of the way they was messaging me, it was kind of like illiterate in a sense. And I don't judge people. Some people is just not good with typing. So, some people just don't type well. And, I can kind of like overlook that. But, this couldn't be overlooked. It went from the illiterate text to, mind you, on this profile, I got thousands of pictures to, I was like, well, would you like to keep a contact beyond this site? They said, I would love to. I'm like, oh, they would love to? Okay, well, I would love to keep this moving forward. And they was like, send me a picture. Mind you, I got thousands of pictures on this profile. I'm like, just go through the profile. And then it's just like, back and forth, and I just realized, bitch, I should have thanked you for that rejection because it's beauty and no brains. And I try not to judge, but I gotta be real, bitch. If you just a good look, if you just looking good and you dumb as hell, bitch, I don't even want to look at you, bitch. I hate to say it, but dumb as a motherfucking doorknob. I'm sorry, the looks, the depth is more important than the looks. The inside is more substantial, valuable, and worthy enough for me than your looks. Because if you don't got no depth to you, and you just a pretty face, or you just a cute face, or just a sexy face, that it's gonna take away from all that. Because when I realized I was kind of like talking to a wall or talking to an empty vessel, it was just like all that sex appeal and all that cuteness that I thought the person possessed was no longer in possession of the individual. It all starts here. It all starts here and resides in here. And if it ain't there, don't invite me. Don't include me. Matter of fact, if I included myself unaware of what I was including myself into, I'm going to gladly uninvite myself, unfriend myself, remove myself. I apologize, universe, for not accepting the rejection, but from now on, any rejections that came my way in the past, I'm at this moment thanking you for. I'm thanking you for it because I know you know what's best when I'm not even sure of what's best or thinking I know but don't really know. So thank you so much, universe. Love you, and I'm working on my trust with you. Yeah.